My wife wanted a divorce from me 6 weeks ago, but now that we filed for a divorce she suddenly has had a change of heart. What do I do? I, 31M, have been married to my wife, 28F, for 5 years, and together for 13 years. We have 2 little ones, both under 5. We were planning on moving to Florida, and 3 days before we are set to fly to move, car was already there waiting and all of our stuff, and she hits me with this crap. I work out of town on a rotational schedule, 3 weeks on 3 weeks off, and about 6 weeks ago when I returned home from work, she blindsided me with, "I'm no longer in love with you. I don't want to be with you, we lost our spark, I haven't been happy in years," etc. And while telling me this, she tells me she feels she had an emotional affair on me. This person just so happens to be her first cousin, 22M. I'm obviously extremely confused and distraught, so I left to stay at my dad's place that night. I tell her on the phone, "I'll give you until the end of the day to discontinue talking to him. Otherwise I'm filing for divorce." She tells me, "Yeah, I'm gonna stop talking to him, I want to fix this for the kids." She doesn't. Next day I go back over to her place to talk about things and I go through her phone. I notice she deleted the texts with him and on her Photos app. The last photos she was looking at was boudoir photos she had gotten done for me for Valentine's Day this year. Not fully nude but very revealing in lingerie. I approach her about this and she says, "I was deleting the messages because I didn't want anything with him in my phone and I was looking at those photos because I wanted to remind myself that I'm more than just a mom." So I call her bluff, tell her I'm gonna get in touch with our phone provider and get the text logs, so if she has anything to tell me, she better fess up. She tells me, "Okay, well he sent me a photo." Alright, what else? Okay, I sent him a boudoir photo. Just breaks me down even further, obviously. So I take my kids and go stay with my mom for a few days. At this point I'm still in a ton of mental grief, confused and lost. But I'm still willing to try to fix this, because I truly love her and want our kids to be in a full home. Over the next week we barely talk, unless it's about the kids. She comes over to my mom's to get the kids and she takes them for the next week. So I have a week to myself now at my mom's. She emails me some divorce papers that she started to fill out and I'm begging her not to do this, not to force this. But she doesn't care. So I spent my week at my mom's alone filling out these papers. And I'm still trying to fight for her. She's trying to tell me, "Oh, he's just a friend at this point, nothing is going on, blah blah blah." Until one day she tells me, I am actively pursuing him, her cousin. I crumble and give up hope and just focus the next few days on getting the papers finished up. At this point, I go back to get my kids and move into a new rental I had just found. She'd had them for a week at this point now, and I tell her, "Hey, before I go back to work for my rotation I want to get this shit filed." I finally get her over to my place. Get everything signed. And we file the following Monday. I leave to work on Tuesday and it's been about 3 weeks since all this news was broke to me. Nothing is said about her not wanting a divorce. Not wanting this. Etc. We just file and go about our ways cordially. I get to work and she finds out I'm talking to another woman, someone I have history with when we were teenagers, and she absolutely hates for whatever reason. She asks if I'm talking to her and I tell her it's none of your business who I'm talking to, we're getting divorced. Next few days she keeps pestering me about this, so I finally tell her yes, I am talking to her just for support, honestly was why I reached to her. This hurts her and she hangs up on me. Whatever. Next day she calls me saying, "I miss you, I don't want to get divorced, we need to fix this for the kids, I'm not talking to him, cousin, anymore," etc. Seems like pretty convenient timing, right? At this point I've pretty well accepted my fate and reality and have come to terms with everything and decided it's best to not go back because of the circumstances. She's been essentially begging for me to not follow through with this divorce. Essentially manipulating me, and it's messing with my head. I truly feel I cannot go back to that. She betrayed me, with her cousin, and abandoned me during the darkest time of my life. But I still do love her and care for her obviously, even though she destroyed everything we had built. My thing is, I'm struggling with guilt. I know I shouldn't feel guilt as I did nothing wrong in this scenario, but I feel guilty. Because I know she will struggle. She's been a stay-at-home mom since our first was born and has no career. I guilt for my children's sake being raised in a broken home, and I feel guilt for giving up on my family. She wants me back, but it seems not for the right reasons. Seems more of jealousy, knowing she's going to struggle financially, and because I know she doesn't want to live in our small hometown we grew up in, and she's feeling upset we aren't in Florida like we had planned originally. Not because she loves me and wants to fix this. I feel I can't go back because of what she had done to our family and the fact that she made such rash decisions. If she can do this with a cousin, what's to prevent this from happening again? Or make any other rash decisions? I'm just lost on what to do, so any feedback would be appreciated.